3,4-methylenedioxyamphetamine, Wikipedia article audio. 3,4-methylenedioxyamphetamine is an empathogen entactogen, psychostimulant, and psychedelic drug of the amphetamine family that is encountered mainly as a recreational drug. In terms of pharmacology, MDA acts most importantly as a serotonin-norepinephrine-dopamine releasing agent. Due to its euphoriant and hallucinogenic effects, the drug is a controlled substance and its possession and sale are illegal in most countries. MDA is rarely sought after as a recreational drug compared to other drugs in the amphetamine family, however it remains an important and widely used drug due to it being a primary metabolite, the product of hepatic endalkylation, of MDMA. In addition, it's not uncommon to find MDA as an adulterant of illicitly produced MDMA. Uses. Medical. MDA currently has no accepted medical use. Although illegal, MDA is bought, sold, and used as a recreational love drug, due to its enhancement of mood and empathy. A recreational dose of MDA is sometimes cited as being between 100 and 160 milligrams. MDA produces serotonergic neurotoxic effects, thought to be activated by initial metabolism of MDA. In addition, MDA activates a response of the neuroglia, though this subsides after use. Symptoms of acute toxicity may include agitation, sweating, increased blood pressure and heart rate, dramatic increase in body temperature, convulsions, and death. Death is usually caused by cardiac effects and subsequent hemorrhaging in the brain. MDA is a substrate of the serotonin, norepinephrine, dopamine, and vesicular monoamine transporters, as well as a TAAR1 agonist, and for these reasons acts as a reuptake inhibitor and releasing agent of serotonin, norepinephrine, and dopamine. It is also an agonist of the serotonin 5-HT2A, 5-HT2B, and 5-HT2C receptors and shows affinity for the alpha-2A, alpha-2B, and alpha-2C adrenergic receptors and serotonin 5-HT1A and 5-HT7 receptors. Recreational. The optical isomer of MDA is more potent than the optical isomer as a psychostimulant, possessing greater affinity for the 3-monoamine transporters. In terms of the subjective and behavioral effects of MDA, it is thought that serotonin release is required for its empathogen entactogen effects. Release of dopamine and norepinephrine is responsible for its psychostimulant effects. Dopamine release is necessary for its euphoriant effects, and direct agonism of the serotonin 5-HT2A receptor is causative of its psychedelic effects. Adverse effects. The effect on serotonin may explain the similar entactogenic effects of MDMA and MDA. However, MDA has higher potency as an agonist of the 5-HT2A receptor than MDMA, thus MDA tends to cause more psychedelic-like effects, such as visual hallucinations. MDMA can also produce psychedelic-like visual effects, though these are generally less pronounced than those of MDA or require higher doses to become apparent. Relative to MDMA, MDA is also a more potent releasing agent of norepinephrine and dopamine and hence is more stimulating in comparison. In addition, MDA is notably several-fold more neurotoxic to serotonergic neurons in comparison to MDMA. The duration of the drug has been reported as about 6 to 8 hours. MDA is a substituted methylenedioxyadded phenethylamine and amphetamine derivative. In relation to other phenethylamines and amphetamines, it is the 3,4-methylenedioxy, alpha-methyl derivative of beta-phenylethylamine, the 3,4-methylenedioxy derivative of amphetamine, and the N-dimethyl derivative of MDMA. Overdose. In addition to 3,4-methylenedioxyamphetamine, MDA is also known by other chemical synonyms such as the following. Interactions. MDA is typically synthesized from essential oils such as saffrole or piperonal. Common approaches from these precursors include pharmacology. MDA may be quantitated in blood, plasma, or urine to monitor for use, confirm a diagnosis of poisoning or assist in the forensic investigation of a traffic or other criminal violation or a sudden death. Some drug abuse screening programs rely on hair, saliva, or sweat as specimens. Most commercial amphetamine immunoassay screening tests cross-react significantly with MDA and major metabolites of MDMA, but chromatographic techniques can easily distinguish and separately measure each of these substances. The concentrations of MDA in the blood or urine of a person who has taken only MDMA are, in general, less than 10% those of the parent drug. MDA constitutes part of the core structure of the beta-adrenergic receptor agonist protocolol. Pharmacodynamics. MDA was first synthesized by C. Manek and W. Jacobson in 1910. It was first ingested in July 1930 by Gordon Als, who later licensed the drug to Smith, Kline and French. MDA was first used in animal tests in 1939, and human trials began in 1941 in the exploration of possible therapies for Parkinson's disease. From 1949 to 1957, more than 500 human subjects were given MDA in an investigation of its potential use as an antidepressant and/or anorectic by Smith, Kline and French. The United States Army also experimented with the drug, code-named EA-1298, while working to develop a truth drug or incapacitating agent. Harold Blauer died in January 1953 after being intravenously injected, without his knowledge nor consent, with 450 milligrams of the drug as part of Project MK-Ultra. MDA was patented as a cough suppressant by H. D. Brown in 1958, as an atoractic by Smith, Kline and French in 1960, and as an anorectic under the trade name Amphetamine in 1961. MDA began to appear on the recreational drug scene around 1963 to 1964. It was then inexpensive and readily available as a research chemical from several scientific supply houses. Several researchers, including Claudio Naranjo and Richard Jensen, have explored MDA in the field of psychotherapy. When MDA was under development as a potential pharmaceutical drug, it was given the international non-proprietary name of 10-amphetamine. MDA is Schedule 9 prohibited substance under the poisons standards. A Schedule 9 substance is listed as A substances which may be abused or misused, the manufacture, possession, sale or use of which should be prohibited by law except when required for medical or scientific research, or for analytical, teaching or training purposes with approval of Commonwealth and/or state or territory health authorities. MDA is a Schedule I controlled substance in the U.S. In 2010, the ability of MDA to invoke mystical experiences and alter vision in healthy volunteers was studied. Comparison with MDMA. Pharmacokinetics. Alpha-methyl-3,4-methylenedioxybeta-phenylethylamine, 1,2-propanamine, 1,2-propanamine. Reaction of safrol's alkene functional group with a halogen containing mineral acid followed by amine alkylation. Chemistry. Synonyms. Synthesis. Detection in body fluids. Derivatives. History. Society and culture. Name. Legal status. Australia. United States. Research.